You know, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world today. Hey guys? Everybody? Yeah? You can hi? Yeah. What we have to know is that it has to get really, really dark before the dawn. And, some things do bother me, and, it comes around the children. When I think about what's going on with the schooling and the books that they're giving to children and the normalizing of just things that we just shouldn't be normalizing in children's lives. There's people that are trying to save this system, and they believe, we can fix this system and, work with what we got. And there's a part of me that believes that. But at this point, I see we almost need a complete overhaul. Our schools are obviously not teaching people in the right way if they're teaching them how to follow instead of how to be their own creators. How to be a cog in a machine instead of being somebody that does something that changes and helps the world. I see that the people that are doing well in the world are the ones that didn't do so well in school. So what is school trying to teach people? I see people like Elon Musk, and he says, I am not educated, but all the people that work for me are. So, he likes educated people because they follow, I see now that we are moving into a time where we have to become the ones who inherit leadership in this new world. I see a lot of people trying to jump in and save the world now that it's starting to crumble. However, I see... What's up, guys? I see more people doing it in a way, like in some kind of narcissism, like, wow, I'm going to do this, and really, they're not connected to the source that they need to be connected to rule in this new world. And so what I see is we have to get together, all the chosen ones, and start to get in touch with each other and start dialogues on how we are going to rule here in these future times. I envision circles of elders, that we come together and we dialogue, which is logos, duo logos, or all of these important things. And I see Jordan Peterson doing that a lot. And he's going out and he's doing some really big things with some powerful religious leaders. And he's trying to unite all the polarities. I'm going to do another video here, probably today if I get to it, about something that happened between him and a Muslim that I felt was really powerful. And it's about trying to stop this ego game that's dividing us and come together in the logos, trying to bring the truth to flesh rather than, flexing and seeing whose muscle's bigger or who holds the best idea. No, we have to come together and be so humble that the truth of that circle will bring us to that higher truth that will protect us here in the future. So what curbs my resentment at the world is the fact that I see, because they're being this dark, people are really awakening. And they're awakening those little warriors in their hearts. And I see Christ rising up in so many people to protect people in all different ways. And a lot of them don't even understand what power they have behind them. And I believe that a lot of us have been raptured or ascended to that higher consciousness. When you have seen the fifth dimensional consciousness, when you've been there and you know the truth that we all are one, then you live that way. And then that's how your consciousness works. And then you transcend and have control of your mind rather than the things that happen in this world controlling your mind. So we'll keep awakening people. And a lot of people that have awakened are just like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to end? Well, it can't happen too fast or else it'll be way too much chaos. We can already see what chaos we're heading into and what chaos is happening around us with the collapse and with the people awakening. So times are changing, and they're not going to show us this. They're going to try to keep that illusion going as long as they can. And that's why we have to be very careful of the Antichrist right now. There's many, many Antichrists trying to rise up that are pretending that they're Christs. They're pretending they're the saviors that are going to fight against all these liars the last 3 years and expose all of these people the last few years. Well, stick to the ones that were truthful right from the start. If anyone's just kind of start stepping up and saying stuff just all of a sudden, know where they're from, there's a conservative leader that's rising up and a lot of people are like, right on, somebody behind the Freedom Convoy. Where was he at the beginning of the pandemic? Where was his voice standing up for us? Trust the people that were standing up right from the start. And even don't trust just anybody that was in the freedom side of this. Trust the people that have the fruits, their long-term fruits to show. And this beast system is coming down, The ruler of this realm is being exposed. It's been happening for a very long time. I think, to be honest, it's been happening since, at least for around here, since 1885 when they hung Louis Riel for trying to fight against that beast system. Well, there's people that have always remembered, and that story disappeared in time and flipped on its head and all of that, but now we know the truth. And this is that same system that's coming down. There's too many coincidences for this to not be synchronicity. We've had all of these amazing things happening in the stars. 1 in 7,000 years, one of them. And, we're having the Hopi prophecy coming true. And Book of Revelations and Book of Enoch, all of these kind of archetypal stories are starting to show themselves in the world. Whether a person is spiritual or religious or not, they can see we're heading somewhere. And in my mind, and into all the people that are heading towards the everlasting life, are those that are starting to live out of the mental enslavement. If your mind is colonized, then you are colonized. If you're still living in the Babylon order and thinking what they're showing you is truth, you are colonized. I think most of those that are watching my videos are not colonized if they've continued to watch up to this point. Yet I know there's demons watching me also. There is haters that are always going to be watching the chosen ones. And you always have to be very vigilant for these people in your life. But when you look them in the eye and stand in truth and never waver, they have no abilities against you. Fear is a product of the devil. I really do believe the next few generations are going to start to live much longer lives with less pain, less anguish, more creativity, more connection to the earth. Because our comfort is now being taken away. They used that comfort to colonize people and to enslave people. And now that their system is trying to push them into some other world of comfort, we're not having it this time. So spread the love out there. A lot of people are going to be awakening, and they're going to lose it. We have to, as chosen people, as people of the light, as the people that have been given that ability to be held away from fear and have been raptured up to stand up with God and to stay down here at the same time, we have to know that our job is to help people through this really hard time. Just imagine the people when they find out what this plant is done, and what they've done to their children, and what they've done to their communities, and they're going to have a hard time with this, and we're going to need to be there for them. I do imagine that we're going to have to start looking at new psychology. The psychological system we have now is obviously built to be a witch hunter and is not built to understand the spirit and understand what bipolar and schizophrenia and these other pathologies, autism, when they stop poisoning people, we won't have as many people that suffer these terrible autism where they can't even speak and things like this. We're coming to a new time, and we're coming closer to our nature and our animals and to this love. So keep smiling. It's looking grim, and but there is going to be an event that happens that's going to awaken many people at a certain time, and that's when I don't even know what this event's going to be, but it's going to happen. And when it happens, we're going to have to be there to help bring that chaos into order. That's why God has bring us to this consciousness ahead of time, and has made sure that we're ready for this war that we're going into. So, and the worst part of the war has already happened as far as I'm concerned. What they've done to the people has already been done. But we don't know how bad the effect is from what they've done yet. And once we start seeing that, that's when we're going to start seeing the effects of this war. That is actually, in my mind, coming to an end sooner than later. So keep your chin up. Thanks, buddy. Keep your chins up. Keep praying every day, and keep just start upgrading, learning, evolving. Learn as much as you can, because we're going to be needing to help people when they're not able to even think properly anymore. And we're going to have to be educated in many different places in our lives. So, yeah. Much love and God bless. Here, let's take a look at... Hey guys, what do you think? Pretty nice? Yeah, hop. Speak. Ruby. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. What?